friend, it's Boras here, and today's time for my FIFA 23 crossing tutorial. It is finally again back this year with crossing. It is again effective, it is meta, but it takes some knowledge. So today I'll share the best tricks in order to be successful when it comes to crossing in FIFA 23. The most important thing is to cross in motion. When the players are running in the box in high speed, that is when you want to make this cross and use at least the 2.5 bars of power. And for all these examples, we're using here assisted crossing in the settings. Assisted is being used. So see here, we use here 3 bars of power, and these guys are in motion. And you want to aim for this area here between the center back and the fullback. That is the dangerous area. And to find this, yes, the players must be running in speed, not being static, not standing still. Once again, we have here Porto on the wing, and we have here high speed in the box, and we look. That is so important to look what's happening in the box. Don't look at the ball, look what's happening in the box and find the right timing when he is here. You see how he is between here the center back and the fullback in high motion, high speed. This is when we want to make this cross. We have one more, and this time we don't have anyone here, but we have someone at the far post. There's one more thing that is important, is to look at the minimap, at the radar, what is happening, and to see simply if you have space at the far post. In this case we have. And if you want to make this a kind of far post cross, a long distance, using assisted, then use full power as well to make sure that this one lands here at the far post, and that is perfect. Using here one more touch and then putting this ball in the net. So the fundamental thing is to have the players in motion, running towards the box and just darting forward. That is the fundamental thing. But also here we could add certain tricks to make the crossing even more accurate and even more effective. And we have this here, the TRIVELA cross. That is extremely effective and very accurate. TRIVELA, outside boot or outside foot. And for this one, you must hold down L2 and use high power. So L2 and use high power. And the same here. For every cross type, our players are going to be here in motion, going towards this area here. They are running towards this and not just standing there. Otherwise, crossing is going to become a bit more difficult if the players are being static. Again, here we use the TRIVELA, and it's also important here to have the right posture, of course. You must think, okay, which is the preferred foot of this player, and try to have the ball, of course, on his strong foot to perform here this TRIVELA cross. And then we also have the ball roll cross, which is very effective as well. To get some new angle and better posture for the cross is to just first make a ball roll. It's very simple, just like this. We're coming here, and then we cut in slightly, ball roll, and right after we go for the cross. And this gives us a bit more space, and this is extra good from a bit closer distance when we are not so far away. This time we are even in the box, and we make this small ball roll here to get a bit more space, and to give this striker a bit more time to make a smart run, just like this, then using low power this time. But for all these examples, again, the players are still in motion. Same here, not the best options in the box, so we go for a small ball roll, getting some new options and a bit more time for the strikers in the box. And we find here in the end the space for Isak. This time from a bit longer distance, and the key here is to again look. We must see what's happening in the box. We have so much space here, and we make this small ball roll here to improve the accuracy of this cross, and that is just spot on. But sometimes you don't have time to cut in and to make this ball roll. You might be marked, maybe the defender is standing a bit too close. Then instead you can make the drag to win some time and perform a very accurate cross. And how to make drag to drag, it is quite simple. Just hold down L2 or LTX box, and you must have at least a 4-star skiller, 4 or 5-star skill moves, and then just make a fake shot while not holding down the left stick. So like this, L2, fake shot, and not holding down left stick, otherwise it will not work out. So again, L2, LT, fake shot, and it becomes a drag to drag. You can also use circle and X if you prefer, but I think the easiest is square and X. We can see how this one looks here. Vinicius, not so much space, and we make this move here to win some time and to give Cristiano here the time to enter this dangerous area. Drag to drag, distract the opponent, and then make this very nice cross, and he is just wide open. And that is thanks to the drag to drag, winning some time. And also what's so good with this move is that when we make this animation, the player will end up in a perfect posture, looking towards the box to make a very accurate cross. Again, that is perfect and easy goal. So when to use the drag to drag is simply to wait for the striker and to win some time. In this case here the striker is too far away, we must wait for him. So we use here drag to drag, win some time, and then he ends up in a perfect spot. That is a great way to score crosses, is with the help of the drag to drag. Again here, one more maximum, and that is just a perfect cross and a very nice header. And then we have a new one this year that is extremely effective, and that is my personal favorite, and that is the in-between cross. By the way, a very funny goal. That is to find this pass here, a very light cross to the striker when he reaches the edge of this 6-yard box. Just make a very light cross, almost just tap it. But the key is to look and see when the striker makes this run here towards here this area, and just tap it. And from here you can just go for the shot or just make here one extra pass. It is very effective. This time though it is stopped, but this happens very often. You will see here this run that comes here in between center backs. That's the key, in between center backs. A very light cross, we find a pass, and this time it is a goal. And have patience, have the patience here. Just wait for it, look in the box, wait for the right moves, wait for the space to open up, and then we find here this pass, a small tap pass, and just tap the cross button, one more pass, and that is a perfect goal. We have here one last example showing how this one works. Again, Rashford on the wing, finding this again between center backs and using around 1-2 bars of power, a light cross. And from here we have so much time and so much space, and in the end one more pass, and that is a very simple goal. In between cross is extremely effective. And of course sometimes you can still score even though the players are static in the box, but you must look for the space. Always scan the box to see what's happening, but it is way easier to score if the players are running in motion towards the keeper. How about then the low cross this year, the all-one cross? Well, this year definitely not as good. It was very powerful in 21 and 22, but this year not as good, not nearly. Of course sometimes you can still score goals, you could sometimes still be effective. But overall this year the best option is just a normal cross. Just square it. But that is it for today. Hope you enjoyed today's content and found it useful. If you did so, make sure to drop a like. I will see you guys again tonight for the RTG. Thanks so much for watching. As always, until next time, take care.